that arm hurts. I can hardly use it. Well, I've got lots to be thankful for, Bobby. I've lived a long time, and I'm thankful for it. I've lived to see most all my grandkids are big enough to take care of themselves. John and Nathan's the youngest one of them now, and all. I pray that God, it could be God's will to let me live to see them all big enough and all to take care of themselves. And I might never seen it, so I ought not to go.
Well, I imagine in 90 years you've seen a lot of changes.
I've seen lots of ups and downs in that many years, and the Lord's been good to me. I've had very good health. I don't know what's the matter this side.
I think
don't often.
you were sleeping on that side. That might be part of it.
Elaine's coming on next.
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to get her in about an hour.
What we gonna have for dinner?
I don't know. Don't know what we're gonna have for dinner. I told you I was gonna make you a squash casserole, but we looked all over Macon yesterday for good squash, and there wasn't a good squash to be found.
Well, we ain't got no squash neither. I don't get. Little Bud might have some.
I doubt it. I told Aunt Carolyn this morning that we'd looked for squash, and she said not that they didn't have any.
I didn't feel good all day yesterday. Looked like I couldn't enjoy Rennie coming. I couldn't see her when she come in. I don't know where Rennie is coming back this morning or not. I don't know where you dad and mother's coming, are they?
They're coming.
They are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to cook. I tell you, who will get a kick out of it. There's several things in here that I didn't know. Well, I'm proud of that. I sure am proud of it. I'll take care of that. Where will I put it, Bobby?
Oh,
I want it took care of. Up till they all read that. Jewel enjoy that. Every one of them will. That's our education.
Now, did your mom and daddy eat white bread, light bread, or did they make it?
Yeah, they made it.
They made their own, didn't they?
Yeah, they made their own light bread. Yeah, I can remember Grandma making it up myself, Bobby, and setting it on the back of the stove to rise. And then they'd make it up, and when that rose, they'd made it up and let it rise again. And it was the best light bread you ever eat. And they made that out of some part of the wheat. It wasn't. Now the brand, they fed the brand that they got out of the wheat to the cows and all. But this, I believe that was the shorts that they made the light bread out of. It wasn't pretty and white as the light bread you buy now were made, but it was good. put butter on it and put it in the stove and let it melt. It was real good.
One thing that this says that they didn't even have Ford automobiles when you were born, that the first Ford was not made until 1903. Can you remember the first automobile you ever saw?
Yes, sir, I can remember just as well as it is yesterday. I remember where I was at.
Where were you?
I was in the kitchen over yonder, right where Papa and them lives now, in the kitchen in an old log house that had never, they had tore the old log house down and was building the houses. It's there now. And Mr. Harm Dennis mashed his thumb off. I can remember that. I was a great big girl. And they going to send me and Edna to the store down at John Thompson. They was going to send us after some turpentine to put on his hand. And I came up on a nail pad and fell and stuck about the snout out of the oil can in my head there, and I like bled to death. Or they could get it stopped. And I know they said get some dry cow manure and sift it through a sifter. Some of them they said make a polish and put on it and stop that blood. And that's what they done. And it stopped it. I can remember that just as well that I didn't want no cow manure put on my head. Well, Neil was the first one was born in that house. Well, ain't never nobody owned it but Neil, Papa, and Neil, Papa, Papa bought it from, now who was it? He bought it from a nose, but it wasn't this set of noses that was born and raised here. It was another set of noses. Papa bought the place from, and you know what he gave for that place over there now?
Mm.
He gave $300 for it.
Mm.
And he had the money that he got out of Grandma Burden's estate. And that's what he paid for that place over there.
Mm.
He said it wouldn't spell peas when he bought hardly.
When did you see your first? When did you see your first car?
Well, Dr. Gross, we seen it coming down the road there, that hill from that house up there above for that renter house down below Papa's name for who lives there now. And Neil's girl lives there now. That's where I first seen my first car coming down that hill, and it like to scared us to death. And I run out in the field and called them and told them the world was coming to an end. I didn't know what was happening. And Dr. Gross was the man that was driving it. It was a little old bitty car, and he was sitting up in there guiding it. And I can remember that as well as it is yesterday. And I can't remember my name now, but honestly, goodness, I can't.
Do you remember when you saw your first airplane?
Yeah, I can remember when we seen the first airplane. I was sitting, I believe I could go to the spot now, where we went to the field and took the hands that was a plowing something deep. and we was going to take them something to eat. She was cooking tea cakes. Mama was an awful woman to cook something and send to the field to them that is working. Papa used to have several hands hard working for him. Yeah, we took it. Was a sitting down over there in the field. We was afraid to come back to the house. I just wish y'all could have seen that old place before Papa built it up like he did, before they built the house. And I can remember when they lived in an old log house. They lived in that till he cut every log of the timber in that house over there now. He cut it and killed right it. He had killed eyes all over that place. Where he had the lumber he had sawed. Then they brought some kind of nail in there and dressed the lumber. I remember that. And that Papa used to have a big old ribbon cane patch. And he always covered his big piles of ribbon cane up with plumbing so the boys wouldn't tote it off. And I know this guy, Robert Yarber and a crowd of the Yarber boys come by there in Monroe down at them, and Papa was gone. And they woke Mama up, called Mama, and told them they'd come by the ribbon cane patch and got them a few stalks of ribbon cane. They didn't steal the ribbon cane. They come by and waked her up. Papa was gone, and that scared us all nearly to death. They didn't. We were scared. Mama, they wanted to pay Mama for the ribbon cane. She told them no, we didn't charge them nothing. They were just glad that they was honest enough to come by and tell them. There's no thing in the world of that.
Did you have a good time?
Just, I've seen lots of folks I hadn't seen in a long time. And I stepped in, I seen all getting sort of pinking around, and I thought, well, there must be something there. Is there somebody dead? I think, well, ain't nobody dead up there. The doors ain't holding.
Then it dawned on me.
Then they told me, I bet you $1 they fixing to have my birthday down here.
Who all was down there?
Well, there's a crowd of women down there, and little bird got me down there and brought that old nasty cherry down there, them old nasty cushions in. I wouldn't have them brought down there for nothing. Well, that ain't my cherry and that ain't my cushion. Or I wouldn't have them, but they sell them cushions, and I didn't want to go ahead and take them off and wash them, or that they'd been mine. But it's done over with now, and I had a good time. David married my sister first, Willie Mae, and she died. They never did have no children. Well, they had 2 little babies, but they both died. And they never have had no children. And he's always loved the little ones on our side. He used to beg Mama just to let him have. David would beg Mama just to let him have. And which one was it? It's one of the little ones. And Mama said, David, you know I won't give you ever which one it was. I never will forget. First night he stayed all night on after Willie died. Mama fixed the front room bed and asked him to go to bed on it. And he come in there and he said, Miss Emma, I always told Miss Emma. He said, Miss Emma, let me sleep in yonder in the hall, boy. Don't seem like I can hardly sleep in yonder. And that's for him and Willie always slept in the front room when they stayed all night up there. We all thought like to David. Still think like to David. He was just as good to Willie as he could be. He was really good to Willie Mae. David's always seemed cold. He never has quit coming up at the house neither. He still comes by and stops. I sure am glad they didn't put me on one more old faded out dresses. Oh, I won't wear this for a dress.
Well, it's pretty enough.
It sure is. Pretty. Thank y'all a million times. I don't feel like I deserve all these pretty things I've got.
We think so.
I love you. I know that.
You want me to set them in yonder?
I just
On the
put them
bed?
in there. Put them all in there. So.
Wayne, how's your grandmother and granddaddy doing?
They seem to be doing pretty good this morning. Granddaddy had a new baby cat.
Any of the rest of them I hadn't seen. But he just still little old Lord, ain't